What's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast, episode 2622. It's Tuesday, July the 11th, and guess what? Today's episode, actually tonight's episode, is a Swole After Dark, a very, very, very special episode. It had to be later today because I was getting some important shit acquired. We'll talk about that maybe in today's episode, but aside from that, we have a couple major announcements. We'll talk about in today's episode. Maximum Swole, brand new program, is now available for members inside Swole Enormous X. Brand new program. Maximize your intensity, maximize your recovery, maximize your swole. Check out the brand new program, Maximum Swole, available now inside the program vault for Swole Enormous X members. Join us, swolenormousx.com. Super stoked for today's episode. It's going to be lit. Pinch your nips and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you're watching live. If you are listening, make sure you're subscribed to the show. Hit the subscribe button. And of course, if you have not yet done so, take a moment, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and share the knowledge cock with your friends. That being said, let's get into today's episode. I am fucking stoked. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
How dare you!
Bye.
Your fat phobia?
No! No!
People are suffering. No! People are dying.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 2600 and 22 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everesting K2, flexing on all you beasts.
Yeah, it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to the show. It is a Swole After Dark especial. It's going to be a fiery Beastcast. Let's get right into it because we all got to go to sleepy buys. So let's get into it. Hit the like button and, of course, drop in the comments. What'd you smash today? Hope you had a great day. We don't normally do evening swoles, but we like us some evening swole. As Miyagi famously said, we like it very much. Evening swole. Swole after dark, Daniel-san. So that's the famous quote from the movie. I think it was Karate Kid 5. I don't know if you saw that one. But anyway, that being said, drop in the comments. What'd you smash today? Let's fucking go, beaches. You could tell it's one of those episodes where Papa just don't give no fucks. I have no fucks left to give. My fucks hath all forsaken me. Let's get into today's episode. Before we bust the nut open, I want to make an announcement. We talked, did I mention this? I mentioned this in the pre-roll. I feel like I just talked about it. Maximum Swole is here. It is here. Fuck yeah. It hath arrived. Maximum Swole is a brand new program. Maximize your intensity, maximize your recovery, maximize your gains with Maximum Swole. If you are not a member, pretty much you can do one of these.
Go fuck yourself.
If you're not a member, go fuck yourself. If you become a member, you can unfuck yourself and you could do Maximum Swole. So if we'd love to have you inside the Swole fam, but aside from that, if you're a member, go and check it out. It's an awesome new program. I hope you like it, and let me know your thoughts. Of course, if you started it today, you're not going to be like, wow, look at these results. It just dropped today or yesterday. So maybe your first impressions, if you have started Maximum Swole, we'll read some comments once we get into the show, if you already did like a workout or two. Let's get into it. That being said, all right, now let's get into today's Mancast. Let's bust the nut wide open. Here we go, fam. Foul. Yes, sir.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
All right. Hashtag sad. Swole After Dark. Drop that in the comments down below. Ooh, Chris says, hoping to get some cardio in tonight with the wife. Hashtag Swole After Dark.
Because.
Good man. All right, fam. Hashtag Swole After Dark. Let's get this party started and let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right. So yesterday was our Swole Fam accountability meeting, and we dropped the new releases and announcements and stuff. And like we just talked about, Maximum Swole is now live. But this Thursday, so tomorrow's episode will be here, public for everyone. But on Thursday, we have Roundtable 47. Let's get a nice golf clap. Roundtable 47 this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss out on that. This Thursday, July the 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Roundtables are the tits, and that'll be private for members only. Again, just yet another reason to join the Swole Fam, the greatest fam in the realm. Now, we got Swole Fam post. Kick it off. We're in that tip, baby. Swollen in the moonlight. Everybody's making sick fucking gains. I just saw Johnny say swollen in the moonlight. It's a nice one. Carson says, sweet, my first Swole card. I didn't realize it came in a badass envelope. Well, now you do. That's what I'm talking about. Good for you.
Yow.
Good for you. Enjoy it. Swole variant envelope. I love it. All right. We got one from Noel. Oh, that was all right.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Oh, my God. Jesus. Hell yeah. All right. Evening Swole. The Swole After Dark is always, it's always frisky. Noel says, hello from NH. I signed up about a week ago. I'm really struggling. I'm used to doing things 100%, but right now I just can't. My day starts around 6:30 a.m. and there's little room to do anything until 8 p.m. By then, I am exhausted and ready to go to bed. As far as nutrition, that's a huge struggle too. As a family of 5 who is paycheck to paycheck, I have to be ultra frugal. I tried incorporating more beef into my diet and I ran out of food way too quickly. So I am writing down every meal and snack for tomorrow so I don't grab the fastest thing I can between the tasks of the day. Breakfast will be fruit. My protein will have to be chicken and burger. And my fat could be cheese and avocado oil. I'm going to fit in a Swollen 7 since I haven't been able to start the 90-day dash. I did begin to remove phthalates from my home. Progress will be slow this way. It is progress, though, and when our family has a second car and my load lightens, I can start a more regular gym cycle with some good habits started and many bad ones behind me. Well, I think we can welcome Noelle. A couple thoughts here. You say you ran out of food way too quickly. Well, you can do, for example, a 4 or 6 hour eating window. So you can restrict your meals to one meal or maybe two small meals a day and get in plenty of and simplify. A lot of people are trying to put on muscle, but also trim down fat. So I'm not sure what your physical or health goals are, but it sounds like you just want to be consistent and you're trying to do the best that you can, which is a challenge in some cases, changing those habits and things like that. So yeah, I think we can get a little bit more information, but I would just say stay consistent with the Swollen 7s and maybe some Swolga and things like that, meditation, because if you can just do a Swollen 7 every day along with a 5-minute brain gains, that's 12 minutes a day. And that's a huge habit stack to be physically active for 7 minutes every day, plus a 5-minute meditation with the 5-minute brain gains. So that can be a great start. And then when you have more time in those days, either you do another Swollen 7, you expand it a little bit, or you do a longer or a different, workout protocol. But you can get your strength and your mobility in by either doing Swollen 7 mobility or Swollen 7 core or dumbbell or band. Or to the nutrition, you do it or you don't, and you do the best that you can. But I'm not sure what you mean you ran out of food way too quickly, because you're getting more nutrient dense food. So it's also important to conceptualize and to understand what you're consuming. It might not seem the same amount of volume, but you're getting more nutrient dense and bioavailable food. So maybe some more context in a follow-up post. But thanks for sharing, Noelle, and welcome again to the fam. We got a couple posts here, and I always say that for members, make sure you comment on the videos when you do a workout, when you do a yoga class. Make sure that you let us know what you thought, and that way other people seeing that might share your comments and they might see that your comment that you like the class that they haven't tried yet. So we have one from Sandra, and this is in the 90-day dash. And Sandra says, so far, the third week has been harder for me as in the yoga positions. Other than that, I have loved every workout since the primer week of the 90-day dash. I haven't lost weight yet, but I've lost about 1 inch around the waist, and I feel better than ever. My body feels stronger. My hips and knees feel super light now. I am fully grateful and ready to keep going. Fire emojis. Thanks to the fam, and thanks, Papa. Well, thank you. Thank you. Good for you, Sandra. And this is a comment after she completed week 3 of the 90-day dash program, which means you're probably, 1 inch around the waist. Could be water weight. You're putting on some muscle, maybe losing a little bit of fat, getting rid of some extra inflammation and water weight. And understand when you first start training and stuff like that, you're really building strength and balance and stability. And you might lose some water weight, but you're not going to shred tons of fat, and you're not going to build tons of muscle right away. Your body's getting a lot of coordination and things like that. So that's fantastic. Good for you, Sandra. And thank you for sharing. We have another, that was the second one. All right. So we have one more, and this is from Alan GRG3. And there's a comment on Swolga Total Gravity. And Alan writes, that was pretty amazing. One of the things I knew I needed to start working on was flexibility and mobility. At 47 years old, I probably have a shorter window to fix these things before getting too old to fix. Much easier to maintain things than fix later. And yeah, I think it's definitely easier to maintain things. I think you should always be aiming to improve. There's always things you can improve no matter where you're at. But at 47, yeah, I mean, you're going to have a lot of issues at that time, but it's definitely better than 57. So you have plenty of time. And starting at 47, I think a lot of you in the comments that have a similar starting time point can complement what Alan is saying here, that you can make massive changes, even if you're starting at 47 with mobility. You can make massive, massive changes. And you are going to thank yourself when you get even older and you already made those awesome changes. Okay, let's get into some questions. We got a couple calls. If you have questions, drop in the chat. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And of course, if you want to call into the show, go to AskPapaSwolio.com. Thanks for doing so. Before we do, we got a comment from Matt, because this is based on Noel's post about paycheck to paycheck budget when it comes to eating healthy. Matt says, I have a family of 4 living paycheck to paycheck. Also, make the best choices you can. Focus on meats. Watch the sales at your local store. Stock up when they mark down meat, buy bulk meat and freeze. Yeah, we've talked about this in the past, and there's some good strategies. If you talk to your local butcher or you go and ask, a lot of people don't even know that you can ask. It might sound silly, but you can actually ask, don't be embarrassed to, ask in the produce section and stuff if they have any, meat on discount or expiring or close to expiring that's on sale, because sometimes they'll just either throw it out, or maybe some employees will take it home, or they just cycle it out, because if people didn't buy, let's say there's some beef, they didn't buy the beef fast enough, maybe the beef that they had out there is going to be sell or best buy or sell by, what's the date today? Maybe you'll say sell by July 12th and it's the 11th. It's like, well, if they just got another shipment of meat in there, it's like, all right, we're not going to be able to run like a 50% off sale quick enough. And then they just have too much. So they just kind of take it off the shelf and they put the new meat out, and then it's a loss or whatever. So you never know. Sometimes they order too much, or people don't buy it enough, or they expect a lot for a holiday, and they overbuy and they undersell, whatever. And sometimes you can get they'll put a ticket on it and they'll mark it 50% off, and you can get a ton of really good meat and then freeze it and it'll be good for a while. So some good strategies there. All you gotta do is ask. Let's see. Let's take this question first. I saw it pop up and then we'll get into a call. Kara, Alexis, Papa Swolio, is it transphobic for saying a trans woman isn't a real woman? I got called transphobic and reported for saying what I believe in. Of course you did, because why wouldn't you get reported for saying something that's factually true? Why wouldn't you? Is it transphobic? No, it's not transphobic. It's just reality. I guess you could say, what defines a real woman? If you say an adult human female, then the answer is no. A trans woman is not an adult human female. So this height, and here's another thing, the phobia thing, like transphobia or fat phobia, this is a blanket term that they can say and use for anyone like, ooh, that's an other, that's not our tribe, that's a meanie head, whatever it is. Transphobic, fat phobic, everything's fat phobic. Because I can find a shirt that fits a human being in a store. Oh, it's fat phobic that store doesn't sell 5XL or 5X, whatever it is. Is that store being fat phobic, or do they not sell fucking industrial tarps? So, you gotta, people's feelings are going to be hurt when they're huge pussies. So you got reported how? On social media or at work? And what context was this in? You got reported. I'm curious. If it's something at work and they brought it up, I'm just curious as to what the context of that. So no, you're not transphobic. For example, if I say, hey, if you're fat, you should go to the fucking gym. People are going to call me fat phobic. People are going to call me mean or whatever. Okay. It doesn't make it not true. Just because it hurts someone's feelings doesn't make it untrue. And it's their issue. If a factual statement affects someone's feelings, then you can't control their feelings. That's on them. They should get better feelings. We have shirts for that. It says, fuck your feelings. All right. That was a nice start. Good start. Good start. Let's see. Maggie, Papa Swole, do we move to the next section of Max Swole once we just finish the workouts? I don't know what you mean. What next section? Once we just finish the workouts. It's self-paced, right? What do you mean? So let me clarify. I mean, did you watch all the videos? It explains how the session weeks work. You can repeat. Let's say you like B2 or A1 or C2. You can do that over and over again for as long as you want. And the rest periods between each session, it depends. Maybe you want a day between. Maybe you want 2 days. Maybe you didn't get good sleep for a couple days, or you felt really sore and just physiologically fatigued. So you do yoga for a few days. And maybe you did session 1 on Monday, let's just say. And then maybe you did session 2 on Thursday. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, you did yoga instead. Maybe you did it Friday. Maybe you did 3 days of yoga. You just felt like doing it, and you did another session on Friday. So Maggie says for A1, it has a leg and an upper day. Once we finish those two and feel rested, you go, no, you don't move on to the next one. No, you just do, you pick your split. These are just different splits. You don't move on. There's no, like, it doesn't work like that. You can try A2 if you want, but I would stick with A1 for a little bit and learn, in other words, learn about maximum intensity for your body. So you can do A1 indefinitely. So these are just different options. The splits are not progressive. In other words, it doesn't it doesn't mean you A1, A2, A3. They don't necessarily get harder. They're just different. Some people like more expansive splits. So there's different types. They're not ordered in difficulty or anything like that. So stick with A1 for a little bit. And then when you want to try A2, you could try different programs and see which one gets you the best results and which one fits your style best. So A1 or A2, it's not level 1 or level 2. It's not like, hey, you progress to the next one. You can go and do other ones, but you'll notice that some of the ones as you go into like D or E, they might be more of a split. There might be more sessions in that split. So in other words, a lot of times those might take longer, or you might be more advanced if you're doing some of those splits, but it's not necessarily more advanced, because you could be very advanced and do one, and do any of the splits. It depends on your intensity. Jessica, have you seen the movie Sound of Freedom? I have not watched it yet, but I heard it's very, very good, and I recommend everyone go see it. I've seen some clips and stuff like that, but no, I haven't seen it. But let's see. Yes, they're not just examples. I mean, these are different splits. You choose one and then do that, and then see how it goes for you. So it's not something that is done progressively in that sense. You don't have to move on. You can just do A1 forever if you want. Again, if you're getting results from A1, then stick with A1. It just gives you different options and different ideas and things to do. Some people might prefer to do a split with a chest and back workout as one of those sessions. Some people like to do just a total upper body. Some people want to do chest and triceps, or chest and biceps, or chest and delts. In other words, there's a lot of variety here. And the idea is that it's helping you customize your recovery times. It's helping you customize your training split. And you don't want to do something, oh, I enjoy this, so you do it at the expense of it getting you results. Some people just do things that they like to do for training, but is that getting you the results that you want? If you're just doing something to enjoy and you're doing Zumba, it's like, okay, you're just going to do Zumba. Do you want to build muscle and lose fat and improve your composition and strength and all these different things? Then it doesn't matter what you enjoy, and do what works. But you want to do something that you have more of an affinity to stick to it. So if you hate doing just upper body completely in one day, and you want to segment it, if you're more advanced and you want to put more overload on certain body parts, or if you have a weak point and you want to separate certain body parts, that's where you can change or choose one split over the other. Make sure you watch those videos if you haven't. Just for anyone that hasn't tried the program yet, watch the intro videos and things like that. But this is good. Good questions. Stephanie, sorry I'm late. Late night man cast? Goddamn right. I thought it was past Papa's bedtime. It is. But I was up super fucking early at the crack of sack today because I drove half across the state to pick up some fucking new equipment because I'm a goddamn lunatic. The gym is coming together. I mean, it's already been together. But it was a big day. It was a big day. I got this epic pec deck and rear deltoid machine. I got a long pull low row, Icarian long pull lower. It's a beast. And also got this I got a standalone tricep push down and a bicep curl. It's like a high low single stack, which is good for outside. And I also got a Strive tricep extension machine to match the bicep machine I have. So I got 4 pieces today. It's pretty much complete. Very exciting. So I was up I was up at like 5 and just finished up at like 8 unloading and all that stuff. And then we ate, evening swole. So we're going to keep trucking along and then, yeah, hopefully don't have many more of these. Once in a while, it's okay. Once in a while, it's like, hey, evening swole. But this won't be coming. The green shirt this is a hoodie. This is a hoodie. Custom hoodie. Go to the fucking gym. You got it, Maggie. Absolutely. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have a lot of freedom. You're going to have a lot of freedom. Just understand that when we talk about, and understand, like when we talk about failure for Maximum Swole, if you're not really going to failure, you might need more than one set, but you'll see how it goes. You should be making consistent progress in your strength. And remember, you're going to absolute failure. Like you're maybe getting some partials at the end. You're just completely fucked. You have a spotter, getting some forced reps, but you are squeezing everything out from that one set. And then if you got 11 reps or 12 reps or 6 reps the next week, or the next time in 3 days or 5 days or in 10 days, when you do that workout again, you want to try to get a couple extra reps with the same weight or up the weight a little bit and get the same amount of reps. You want to mark your progress. If you got 12 or 13 reps, you want to aim for like 5 to 10. But if you're doing the set and you got 11 or 12 or 13, or just keep going, go to fucking failure. And then next week or next time, I always say next week, but the next session, next time you do that, then you go up in weight. Then you go up in weight and then you aim. You're aiming. That's why the warm-up sets, they kind of gauge, okay, what weight should I put on there? That's going to get me anywhere between like 5 to 10 for failure. And then you put your balls to the wall or your clit to the cabinet and you fucking go hard. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Chris Dick. No, I'm just kidding. He says Chris Richard. Chris Cock. Papa Swolio.
Because
How about once a week we shoot for a SAD? I work 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. and my kids don't go to bed till 9:30, so SAD is awesome right now. Once a week? No, thank you. Well, I'm once in a while. I appreciate that, but I don't want to be up this late. I don't want to be up this late doing the show. Maybe, it kind of happens sometimes. I do like it. It depends. Depends on the time of year. A lot of times it's convenient to do like a 4 p.m. show. I don't mind like an afternoon show. But we have the roundtable on Thursday, 6 to 8. But this is a rare occurrence. This is like, Charlie, he opened the chocolate bar and got the little golden ticket once in a while. Come on, Papa, would be nice for us weirdos stuck at work during your usual live shows. Well, you can watch the live show later and just pretend it's live. It's not the same, is it? All right, let's see. Ooh, good question, Matt. Papa Swolio, I'm taking a dump at work and I forgot, do I wipe front to back or back to front? Someone's gonna have shit butt. I wish I had my bidet like my home base toilet, #Swole After Dark. Bidet. It's almost It's almost Brandon, the by day.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I remember I knew the guy who invented the bidet. It used to be a water fountain. And the water would come out of the hole and do a little swirl, a little tickle. And then I decided to sit on the fountain. And it tickled my pickle. And, oh, never mind. Something like that. Night shift gains hit different, especially with Pop Alive. I understand. I understand. You're not convincing me to do evening swoles more often. Not convincing me. Let's take a call. I'll think about it. I don't know if we did this one already. Did we do this one from Jonathan Taylor Thomas? We might have.
Hey, Papa, it's JTT. Just wanted to say thank you to you and your team for everything you do.
No, we didn't.
And have done to help me on my road to Lizzo levels of health. Granted, I'm sure she'll be healthier than I'll ever be. But thank you. Love you guys. See you soon.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
John, respect. Thank you. I appreciate the call. Thank you, dude. Likewise. JT, I know. I love Jonathan Thomas. He's just JTT. He's Jonathan Taylor Thomas now. We got our own JTT. I like it. All right, let's do another one. This one's all right. This one's from Piawick. Piawick. Piay Wick. WIK. Piawick.
How to be beautiful like you. You are very beautiful. I want to be beautiful like you.
What happened to your queer party friends?
Oh. See what happens with the evening swole? You see what happens? You see what happens?
I better use my strong hand.
Maybe we won't take any more calls. We have another one. We have one from John. I don't know who that is, but sounds risky. It puts the lotion on its skin. It wipes back to front. Okay. Sounds like one of those Skittle people. Carson. Papa Swolio, we know about the evening routine, but do you think sleep position matters? The more I lose, the more my position changes, i.e. side, back, front. Carson, are you saying your neck, your back, my pussy, and my crack? Oh, come on. Let's go. Boom. All right.
Fucking people.
Swole After Dark. That's what you're going to get. Do I think sleep position matters? Yeah, it definitely matters. I prefer my side. I actually prefer back. I like my back. I kind of have like my head propped. I feel good. I feel good sleeping on my back now. I also tape my mouth. I've been doing that for a long time. It's great. It's great. Lately, I've been getting a little congested if I sleep on my side. So now I just sleep on my back. I would say sleep however you're comfortable for the most part. I think there's some good strategies. For example, if you're getting shit sleep, right? If you're getting shit sleep, then you need to go to the drawing board and figure out your evening routine, doing all the things with blue light and all that stuff. Like, prime example of this right now. This is like a rare occurrence, but right after the show, boom, it's fucking lizard cage. It's red everywhere. I can't wait to go to sleep. I'm fucking wiped. But if you're getting great sleep, maybe don't overanalyze. I still think mouth breathing at night is terrible. So you could put a little surgical tape right here. You can buy mouth tape. I mean, you can just get something simple. Just get something. They have like some bamboo, non-toxic stuff, tape you can put on your lips if you're concerned. But, aside from that, I like body pillows and stuff. If you're on your side, it's usually better to sleep on your left side for digestion and stuff, but you shouldn't be eating too late at night. But sleep on your left side, you can wrap your legs around a pillow. If you're on your back, I like putting a little, roll We have these little, I guess they're cotton or kapak. They're all organic, cotton. Like all our bedding is wool and stuff like that. So a roll I put under my knees, and I've been sleeping great. But if you never tried mouth tape, I mean, you need to do that. It's fantastic. Michelle, you have a beard. Tape your mouth. Yeah, I'm going to go out and say it. Any of those companies that say, well, our tape is great. You put it on beards and no problem. Maybe because the soy boys that you're selling this stuff to don't really have man beards, because it's not comfortable. It stays on the lips, but you pull it off and it's like, it still doesn't feel fucking good. So any ads or things you see like, oh, this just comes right off beards. Yeah. Fuck off. That's not true. But yes, mouth tape is awesome. Jen says, if I sleep on my left side, I get fart stench from the other side of the bed. Whew.
I fart in your general direction.
Thank you, Jen, for sharing. This is great. We're getting all the information that's important tonight. All right, John. Let's do John. Let's do John. Come on. Why not? Why not? John, you're on the Sleazecast.
Hey, my name is John. I'm 16 years old, and I have a problem, and it's with my bench. I started training like 4 months ago, I think, and my strength has improved a lot. Like I like use 20 kilograms dumbbells for each arms and stuff, and I really got stronger with my chest exercises, all of them, except for bench, where I have this like weird technique, and like I can only manage to do like 60 kilograms and not more. But I know that I can actually do better because I have the strength for that. I know. It's just that my technique is bad and I don't know how to improve it.
Improve that technique. Well, John, good for you. Good for you. Thanks for calling. So, I mean, first, I appreciate the call. And by the way, I mean, it takes some balls to call in and to put yourself out there and to, break that down. But you said it yourself, you already have the answer. You just need to learn the proper technique. Now, I can't sit here and tell you this is how you get in proper benching position, but there's tons of really high quality videos out there, like from Elite FTS and all these, powerlifting and professional like strength coaching pages on YouTube and stuff like that you can check out for bench, for benching technique, because it really is technique. And when you first start lifting, first off, you've been lifting for 4 months. So I remember my first beer, you just start. And what you said is actually accurate to how the body adapts. When you first start training, your strength is going to improve before you start building a lot of muscle. So your joints are adapting, your ligaments are adapting, your muscles are adapting. You're still getting the hang of things. So now is the time to learn proper strength training and proper technique. And I don't know if that was that wasn't really a question. You just kind of made a statement. You're like, you can do these weights, but that wasn't really a question. That was kind of like, yeah, I agree. You need to work on your technique. So I would make sure you practice. Fucking obsess over it. Practice. What I would also recommend is when you watch these videos and you watch these professionals that are breaking down proper bench pressing technique, for example, take your phone, the one that you called in on, and then put a little tripod or something. Make sure you get a good angle and compare. They're going to give you proper cues and how to like pull back your shoulders and contact points and all these different things and like wrist position and things like that, and how not to bend your wrists and make sure that the bar is stacked and your elbows and your forearms are stacked, all that stuff. And make sure you take a video and then compare your video and watch and then see how that compares. Because as you practice, you're going to get better coordination. So then you can look back and compare the videos, and then you can actually see what you're doing. So record your form. That way, when you watch these videos, you can compare what you do to what they're doing, and then learn the cues and then apply them. Good for you. I agree, Cerny. Me too. Me too. Cerny says, I love when young people call in. It's awesome. I'm 16. That's fucking great. You know, everyone here is like, to be 16 and I've been lifting for 4 months and I don't have. Okay, let's just get aside from that. Again, thanks for calling, John. Appreciate it. But let's get the fundamental, right? The core of this call. You're 16 and you've been training for 4 months and your bench technique sucks. Yeah. Right? If you called in and told me I'm 16, I've been training for 4 months and my bench press technique is perfect, that's when I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'm sure it is. So don't worry. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Most people just go there and do things and they don't actually care, and they're calling into podcasts that are about making sick fucking gains. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't do that. Fuck yeah! But you're calling into the swoliest show in the realm. You're in a good spot. Good for you, John. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. Call back in again sometime. We'd like to hear from you. Give us an update. Yeah, Matt, by the way, John, Matt says there's 40-year-old gym bros with shitty bench technique, right? So, like, John, would you rather be 16 and have shitty bench technique, or be 40 and have shitty bench technique? There are 40-year-olds with shitty bench technique that act like they have good bench technique, and they've been benching the same amount for 20 fucking years. So you're in a good spot. You're in a good spot, lad. All right, what we got? It's time to go balls deep. All right, time to go deep. That's deep.
That's deep.
As if it wouldn't be. What's that over there? All right. Thank God we didn't have to go into any Instagram questions. My goodness.
We choose truth over facts.
We did not have to do any Instagram questions. We got a couple balls deep ones, and holy Christ. Yikes, shit balls. Ew. How? She. All right, let's do. I might try to. Holy, this guy. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call the shots here. The order matters here. Yeah, the order matters. We're gonna end it with the one that's gonna blow everyone's fuck. We're gonna end with the one that's gonna piss people off, and then we're gonna do a throwback. So we're gonna ramp up. All right, it's gonna be like that. This one's titled "Billionaires Are Evil," and someone is asking on TikTok the question, the video, I guess, responding to this question: could you prove that all 2,000 of the billionaires are evil people? Let's take a look.
What's in the box?
This comment is asking if I could prove that all 2,000 of the billionaires are evil people. Yeah, I can. It's not even very hard. So first, let's put a billion into perspective. 1 million seconds is about 12 days.
I don't like where you're going with this. 1 million seconds is about 12 days. This math is going to be great. How is it? Okay. All right, let's go.
1 billion seconds is just under 32 years.
Okay.
Which means that if you earned $1 every single second and never spent any of it, it would take you about 32 years to earn a single $1 billion. If you earned $5,000 a day from the time that Columbus started his infamous voyage, it would take you about 527 years to earn a single $1 billion. And
what is this supposed to? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I feel like Big Lebowski was like, what are you talking about, man? What? Pissed on my rug.
There are people out there with multiple billions of dollars. Based on that math, we can conclude that there's no ethical way to acquire $1 billion because there's no physically possible way to earn that money solely through the value of your own labor.
Just Lacey, what the fuck was that? Lacey in the Telegram chat. Spit up some water on the floor. Holy shit. I'm bringing that up on the show. I got to pause it. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm just going to pause it for a second because no one really cares. Let's see. Lacey, what in the shit? What? What is that? What is that? How the what the fuck is happening? Bro! Lacey, where'd you get that from? Dude. All right, hold on. Okay, let's go.
Which means that in order to become a billionaire, you have to steal the labor value of thousands, if not millions of people. And we know that this is the case. And we know that this is the case because between 1979 and 2021, the average productivity, meaning the average amount of labor value produced by the workers, has increased by 64.6%. Meanwhile, the average wage of workers has only increased by about 17.3%. That's a difference of nearly 50% labor value.
No one's paying attention to these numbers
billionaires are stealing 50%
with that face.
or more of their workers' labor value so that it can sit around in investment funds and stock portfolios, providing nothing of value to society. And when we start to take certain other things into account, it gets even worse. There are currently over 582,000 homeless people in the United States, many of which are children. And in the year 2020, there were more than 34 million food insecure people in the United States. That's about 10% of the population that doesn't know where their next meal is going to come from. Now, do you know how much it would cost to end homelessness in the United States? According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, it would cost $20 billion to end homelessness in the United States. And there are currently 770 billionaires in the United States, putting aside the fact that Elon Musk alone could end homelessness for half the cost of what he...
Oh, I was waiting for that. Elon Musk can just end homelessness. Yes, because that's what we do. You just take $100 billion and boom, what do you do with it, bro? You can't just give people money. We know that doesn't fucking work. You just can't just give fucking people money. You can't give people money. That's the worst fucking thing to do is just give people money. These fucking communists. You can't just give people shit. That doesn't give people any skills. It doesn't give them any value. That doesn't make them proud. It doesn't give them any kind of satisfaction from fucking effort and earning. It's you can't just give people fucking money. That's the stupidest. He can just end homelessness. No, he can't. Yeah, let me just take $100 billion and what? Buy everyone a fucking Happy Meal? What are you going to do? Just build some houses and put mentally unstable people in just fucking houses? Okay, who's maintaining those houses? Who's cleaning those houses? Who's watching over? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Paid for Twitter. If we split it up evenly across all 770
how is he still
of them,
talking?
Each of them would only have to pay out a lowly $26 million. And yet, despite the ease with which they could end homelessness in the United States, billionaires are wasting their money on vanity projects like dying in a sub at the bottom of the ocean and buying Twitter. There is no room for billionaires in an ethical society. They quite simply shouldn't exist.
Ah, yes. But communism. Communism.
Make me happy.
This actually, like, the hair is actually contiguous with this fucking... This is ridiculous. That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you, Lacey. Thank you, Lacey. I'm gonna keep that image handy. Holy shit. That was legitimately a clone. All right. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the first one to be like that. So let's just say, okay, let's say we take that argument, right? Well, if Elon Musk had all this money, he just could end homelessness. No, it would not work. That's not how it works. You can't just spend $100 billion. Like it's not going to work. The problem with ending homelessness is that people have their careers around ending homelessness. So if you end homelessness, they don't have jobs anymore. So just people spend their whole lives ending homelessness. It's like, that's kind of counterintuitive. So anyway, this is why all these government programs don't fucking work, because if they worked, then people wouldn't have any of these fucking government programs and, you know, so on and so forth. A lot of charities, just a lot of administrative shit anyway. So let's break it down. Let's say, how much would that be per person? You do the math. He probably did the math. He probably did the math of how much money per person, and I just wasn't paying attention because it was ridiculous and boring. And we're just looking at that Muppet face over his body to make it interesting, which was awesome. It made it very interesting. Not as he was talking, but it made it very funny and entertaining. So our lives weren't completely wasted. But let's say you break it down and all this money divided by how many homeless people, like how can you quantify every single homeless person? So let's say it comes out to 50 grand or 100,000. Okay, fine. You just give $100,000 to that person. How's that going to work out? How's that going to work out? What are you going to do with that 100 G's? No, but Papa, that's going to be for a house. That's going to be for this. Okay, who's building it? Who's cleaning it? Who's plumbing it? Who's doing all this stuff here? Who, so then a lot of that money is going to go to building this and this and that and that. But a lot of these people, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. They're just mentally unstable. You give these people money, like they might even light it on fire, eat it, or throw it out. Like a lot of these people don't even know what the fuck is going on. Anyway, no, we need people. We need people with money. You know why? Because you have money because you created value in society in many cases. The difference, what this person's trying, like what is something that should be improved. The biggest problem is the erosion of the middle class. It's not that there are billionaires. It's not that there is an upper class. It's not that there are people that have more money, and you need to, because guess what? The people with billions of dollars are the ones that own these businesses that employ tens and tens and tens of thousands of people and provide a lot of services for many customers. Didn't Amazon make, I heard they made like $12 billion in like the first day of Amazon Prime the last couple days. Fucking insane. Because Jeff Bezos built a behemoth of a company. Well deserved. But the wealth disparity is what people have the problem with. And there's a lot of other aspects to that. That's a whole rabbit hole. You can't just give people money. Giving people money and universal basic income and all this stuff is a horrific idea. I mean, if you want to like literally turn the US dollar into toilet paper, it's like, sure, kick off some UBI. All right, let's move on. This one's titled Reclaiming the Pink Drink. Maybe she's talking about oral. I certainly hope not, because that would be grotesque.
What's in the box?
Reclaiming the pink drink. I got a flag in the gym and shirts over here that say, fuck your pink drink. How many of you have the fuck your pink drink shirt? That's what we got here.
Okay, so I've been off the Ozempic for a week, and it's been awesome to have my digestion back.
What?
I've noticed that my brain has gone into protection mode around some things that I enjoyed drinking and eating before Ozempic.
Hold on a second. You got your digestion back? What happened to your digestion? What happened to your digestion? Protection mode? Is that like safe mode on a computer? When you reboot and all the icons are really, really big and the color of your computer is like this weird, like orange. Ah. That's like living on the edge. You go into safe mode, you're in some dire times. All right? Some dire times. Everyone knows safe mode. It's like, oh my God, restart in safe mode. Chun, chun, chun. Safe mode is like where the lions, tigers, and bears are. It's like where the wild things are. Those fucking like monsters. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there, Daddy. All right, this is gross. Let's keep going.
Gone into protection mode around some things that I enjoyed drinking and eating before Ozempic. And then the nausea gave me an aversion to it. And one of my favorites, especially when I'm on my way to the gym, is a pink drink from Starbucks. So I don't want Ozempic to take my joy.
Jesus Christ.
I am off of it now, and I'm telling my brain it's safe. We are gonna try a pink drink again, even though the thought almost makes me feel like hurling. I love pink drinks, so I'm really annoyed with my brain for being like this. And I know that the way to get past it is just to move into it. Now I'm nervous, but I got my pink drink.
Natural selection's working overtime.
Oh, thank God I still like them. Happy Sunday.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Let's just move on. Okay. Yeah, hard hitting Swole After Dark. All right. We're about to really end everyone. We're about to really like just fucking go off the deep end. Yeah, it's late at night. Everyone's like, it's an evening Swole. I know it's late. I gotta go sleepies. You know, we gotta get this up. But come on. This is gonna be fucking brutal. Should we do one more? Or you guys want a throwback? Your choice. You want one more that's gonna be mind blowing? You want to blow nips? Want to blow nips in a throwback? Or you want to just go throwback? Want to blow nips? Who wants to blow nips? Drop in the comments. If you want to blow nips, let me know you want to blow nips. What do you think, Church? Pinkle Churchills. Do you want to blow nips? Nippy nippies. You sleepies? You're sleepies. All right, hashtag sad or hashtag Swole After Dark. Everyone wants to blow the nips. All right, let's blow the nips. This one's called 9-year-old.
What's in the box?
9-year-old at doctor. 9-year-old at doctor. Here we go.
I'm literally on fire right now. I just got off the phone with my wife, who took my 9 and 7-year-old boys to the doctor today to get physicals for tackle football and school next year and all that other shit. My 9-year-old son went in first, and the first thing this woman asks him is if he identifies as a boy, a girl, gender fluid, or non-binary. My son, he's never heard of any of that shit before. You've been dealing with him your whole life. He is clearly a boy's boy. So what are you, trying to plant a fucking seed in his head? The only thing I could be thankful for is that my wife took them instead of me. And props to my wife because she said something. And if she didn't, they would have asked my 7-year-old son the same damn question. This shit is ridiculous. And to the people out there to think that there's nothing wrong with that and I'm just a transphobe or all that shit, you're fucked up. This is bullshit. And there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, not much more to add to that. I appreciate the anger in his father's voice because that way I don't have to get amped up because that kind of, he said it all. Anyway, yeah. Any questions? Any questions? No. All right, let's get into a throwback. We don't need to discuss that. That is what it is. All right. This is speaking of stupid fucking doctors. We got a throwback.
What's in the box?
I'm telling you, it is impossible to be healthy in a fat body.
That was a fucking lie.
For starters, how are we supposed to remain healthy when we are paid significantly less than people in smaller bodies? Everybody knows, the richer you are, the better your health.
That doesn't make sense.
The richer you are, the better your health. Yeah, Charlie Munger looks fucking aces, bro.
How are we supposed to remain healthy when our parents, our peers, our employers, our teachers, our healthcare professionals, and our politicians can barely hide their disgust at our bodies?
That's because people understand that being obese is not healthy. Forget the disgusting. You're adding your own self-hatred to that. Don't put the disgusting bullshit in front. She's like literally listening. Why does everyone hate our bodies? They don't hate it. You hate yourself. And they're just saying, hey, it's not healthy. And you're like, you're fat phobic. Because when you yell and you scream at people, eventually they're going to be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, look, he's mean. Yeah, throwback. Oh, I forgot the intro. All right. We'll do it now. I'll hit the, we just did the throwback, but here we go. There we go. There was a throwback. All right. Woo. All right. Swole card time, fam. There's the Churchy. Oh, Churchy, you sleepies? You sleeping, baby girl? You want to go sleepies? You want to go sleepies? All right, it's time for sleepies. Evening Swole is in the books. Actually, Rufus is here, but the camera is blocked by hangers and stuff like that. So, see? No tainty, man. I was looking for something. I was looking for, like, the hoodie because it was cold. My nips were fucking cold. And then I had to, like, dig some stuff out. But the tainty man's there. He's there. He's there. Right there. See, look, see? Aww. There he is. There he is. All right. Let's give the Swole card away and let's punch out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So Swole After Dark. Falcon, kick us off. Yeah, you know what? I don't disagree, actually. Cerny says it. Cerny says card for Lacey for that epic pick. You know what? I agree. Lacey, you win today's Swole card. That's...
Congratulations!
Lacey, send us an email to support@swolenormous. Hold on, let me put it on my face. support@swolenormous.com and Swole card 2622 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email, and we'll send you this Swole card. Okay? Huh? All right. Congratulations, Lacey. Yeah, you definitely, that was amazing. If you missed it, if you're just listening, you didn't see what she uploaded. That was one of the greatest things that I've seen in a while. Epic contribution. Congratulations, Lacey. Well deserved. All right, let's nut this beach, and we'll take some soundboard requests, and we'll be back here tomorrow for the Wednesday Sleazecast. Don't forget, Swole Fam Roundtable on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and of course, Maximum Swole is now live. It's live. Yeah, go to sleep, Carson. That's fucking bullshit. Go to fucking sleep, you baby.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Inconceivable! Emotional damage!
Ever served in a forward area?
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
Don't look. Stop looking at me. Makes me uncomfortable. I won't hit you. That is too accurate. He's too accurate. Oh, right. Fucking fantastic. The piano cock. Nailed it. Crank that hog up, fam. Thank you so much for being here. An amazing Swole After Dark. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Not sure exactly what time, but tomorrow for another amazing man cast. Episode 2620, 2623. Fam, go get some sleep. Go eat some dinner. I don't care what time frame you're at. Go make some sick fucking gains. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee, Deuce McGoose, your boy Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag
I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies. You